Good evening, children. So once again, we're going to start with the Maths 1 quadratic equations. Right now, in the previous video, I had given you the definition of quadratic equations and you had noted down in your notebook. I want you to add to that definition, right, the small little part which is also very, very important. So you will write down that general form of quadratic equation I had given you already, which is also called the standard form of quadratic equation. So the standard form, general form means the same. Now general form of quadratic equation is as follows, that you have to write down. Under the definition, this I want you to add, okay? General form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a comma b comma c are real numbers, right? A comma b comma c are real numbers, and another important condition is a is not equal to 0. A is not equal to 0. So I wanted to add under your definition this important point, right? And that would be sufficient for you to identify the quadratic equation correctly, right? And that this is what you have to note down. And further we are going to continue with the practice set 2.1. I will begin today, and I have already sent you the pic of this particular practice set 2.1. You are going to keep that pic in front of you and observe this video, because we are going to solve that 2.1 questions under that practice set. Whatever questions are given, we are going to solve it. So the pic will give you the questions in that practice set, and here we are going to solve it looking at those questions. Is that fine? So let's continue. I hope you have noted down, so I will rub it out. Practice set 2.1. The first question says write any two quadratic equations. Now this here you can write down any two quadratic equations, right? For example, we have come across so many equations in the beginning of the first video, right? I had written down some equations out of those, or you can frame your own, right? So any two quadratic equations you are supposed to write down here. So I will give you two equations here. You can write likewise other equations as well as these, right? So that is the way you can complete this particular the answer to this question. The two quadratic equations are, right, two quadratic equations are same. I will write down x square minus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0 as the one quadratic equation. There are two we were supposed to write down. One is this I will write down. The other I will write down root equation, that is 6 root 3 x squared, right? Then we have plus 7x minus root 3, that is equal to 0, right? So these are the two quadratic equations I have chosen to write down in this particular question. You can write down likewise any other equations as well. Is that clear? So the first question is solved here. The second question says, for the second question, please go through that question, the pic I have sent you. Decide which of the following are quadratic equations. Now this particular type of question we have already done. So here what we are going to observe is, as per the definition, as per the standard form, as per the conditions of the quadratic equations, whether that equation is satisfying those conditions. If it satisfies, it is a quadratic equation. If it does not, it is not a quadratic equation. The very first one, let us see. First one is x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. Is it a quadratic equation? If you compare with the definition, if you remember the definition, if you remember the condition, we had said that if it is a quadratic equation when it is having the highest index as 2. So here we have highest index as 2, as well as we have ABC, means a coefficient of x square a, coefficient of x b, right? And coefficient and the constant term is minus 2. So these are all the real numbers, and therefore it is going to be a, right? Because here a is equal to 1. A is not equal to 0. So all the conditions of the quadratic equations is satisfied by this equation, and therefore it is a quadratic equation. So what do we write down? It is this equation is a quadratic equation as first highest index is 2 and second, for the second condition we had said A should not be equal to 0. So what is the A value here? A is equal to 1. That is A is not equal to 0. Is that clear? So these two conditions, right, tell us that it is a quadratic equation. Is that clear? Excuse me. Then the next question, I will rub this out, right? I hope you have noted down these things, right? Then the second, next question is, second one. What the second equation they have given here? Yes, are you going through the questions? The pic I have sent you the questions already. The second one is again the similar type of equation. We only have to rearrange. Y square is equal to 5y minus 10. So if I rearrange, what will I get? Y square minus 5y plus 10 is equal to 0. It again satisfies all the conditions. So again you will have to write down both the points, right? That is the highest index of this particular variable y. The only variable y, what is the variable y here? What is the variable here? Y is the only variable and the maximum index is 2 and A is not equal to 0. So again it is a quadratic equation. So you are going to write down this, complete this with the same points, right? And the third question will be y square plus 1 upon y is equal to 2. Now here you cannot see it is as in a standard form. It's not in the standard form. So we are going to, can we get it to standard form if I, what is the second term 1 upon y? That means the variable y is in the denominator. Whenever variable y or variable is in the denominator, we are going to cancel it by multiplying by that variable on both the sides. If I multiply by y on both the sides, what do I am going to get? Y into y square will become what? Y cube. So I am multiplying y on both the sides. So y cube plus y gets cancelled. So plus 1 and over here 2y, right, is equal to, so it will be 2 is going to be coming here. So minus 2y is equal to 0. So here if you see, it is not in the standard form because the maximum index should be 2. Here maximum index is 3 and therefore it is not a quadratic equation. So we say it is not a quadratic equation, right? Not a quadratic equation as what? As maximum indexes, as maximum indexes 3, as maximum indexes 3. Okay. Then the fourth question, is again similar form, but again here there is x plus 1 upon x is equal to minus 2. So whenever denominator is having x, the denominator of the variable is what we have to do? We have to multiply by the same variable on both the sides. So multiplying by x on both the sides, what will I get? X squared plus 1 plus 2x is equal to 0. Now if I rearrange in the standard form, x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. It is in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, the standard form, and therefore it is going to be again a quadratic equation. So by looking at the previous equation, we feel that it is not a correct way, but when we solve it, right, we find it out, we realize that, right, we come to the equation which is in the standard form. So this is how we have to solve it to prove whether it is out and go further, right? That is the question number 5. The question number 5 is m plus 2. This is a similar this kind of example I had given in the first video, where I told you have to open the bracket. So it is a similar type of example, and I will ask you to do it right as per the first video example which I have shown you. So try to solve it yourself, and what we can arrive at, what is the last equation you get after opening the bracket? The last equation that you get is a quadratic equation. So we are going to just solve it and show that finally what is the standard form of the quadratic equation we get, wherein a, b, c are real numbers, a is not equal to 0 once again, highest index is 2, all these points, all these conditions keeping in mind, we every time this time it's a quadratic equation or no. So finally you are going to solve this and write down whether it's a quadratic equation or no, right? And the sixth one, obviously it is very obvious, there is no need to solve. Just by looking at the equation you see the highest index is 3, and therefore, right, therefore it is going to be a, it is not going to be a quadratic equation, obviously, because highest index is 3, right? So here you need to just, whatever the question given, m cube plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 3m cube. So here, since the m cube terms are there, we will just bring them together, right? M cube, but that does not change our answer. By solving this, we are not going to get any quadratic equation, right? Just m cube, we are just going to get it together and try to frame, right, arrange them in the ascending order of polynomial. And but that doesn't show, again we come to the conclusion, the maximum index is 3, and therefore it is not a quadratic equation. So what you will write down is not a quadratic, this kind of equation you get is not a quadratic equation, as maximum index is, maximum index of the equation is 3, right? So that finishes with the second question of the practice set 2.1. Now we go to the third main question, right? So I hope you have noted down all these things, right? So now next I will go for the third question. Okay, the third question, if you read carefully, yes, I want you to read it. Write the following equations in the form. If we are going to write down the equations in this form, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, that is called as general form, or standard form of the quadratic equation means the same, right? And what we are going to do is, you are going to write the values of a, b, c, right? What is a equal to, what is b equal to, and what is c is equal to. So these are the two things you are going to do in the third question, right? So it's very, very simple. The first one is what? 2y. The first question given is 2y is equal to 10 minus y square. This is the first question given to us in the third question. So we arrange them in the, arrange this particular equation in what form? In this form. Here, what is the variable? Here the only variable is y, and we have to have ax square, that is the square term as the first one. So let us rearrange. If I bring minus y square on this side, it becomes y square, right? Plus 2y is here only, so it remains as it is, plus 2y. 10 I bring on this side, becomes minus 10, and therefore the standard form, as which is ax square plus bx plus c, is given here as the standard form of this equation as y square plus 2y minus 10 equal to 0. Now here what will be our, if I compare with the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, I get what is in place of a, right? In place of x square we have y square, so in place of a is it will be 1. In place of x here it is y, so what is there in place of b? Equal to 2. In place of c we have minus 10, so what is the c value? Minus 10. So we have, right, what is the third question? So arrange the standard form, we have arranged in standard form. Write the values of ABC, we have written down the values of ABC. So this is how we are going to answer all the questions in the third question. That is the second one now. Second question says, x minus 1 the whole square is equal to 2x plus 3. Now here I need to open the bracket, right? If you remember the formula, a minus b the whole square. What is the formula? A square minus 2ab plus b square. So same way here, x minus 1 the whole square, apply the formula of the a minus b the whole square formula. What I will get? X square minus 2x plus 1, that is equal to 2x plus 3. Now I rearrange the like terms. I bring the like terms together. So what will happen? X square minus 2x plus 1 as it is. And 3 I am going to bring on the other side. It comes minus 3 equal to 0. So what is minus 2x minus 2x? Minus 2x, so I will continue on the above part here. What is minus 2x minus 2x? It will be minus 4x. So this will be x square minus 4x. This 2 I have added. Minus 3 plus 1 will be minus 2. That is equal to 0. So again I am going to get the standard form of the quadratic equation like this. Now if I compare with the standard form, what will I get? X square is there. So in place of a, what is there? A is equal to 1. Xx is there. So what is it there in place of b? B equal to minus 1. What is c is equal to? Minus 2. So we get all the values of a, b, c also. Is that clear? So this is how you are going to solve the second question. Now let's check further. Just solve the third question. What's the third question? X square plus 5x is equal to minus bracket 3 minus x. This is the question, the third question. Now if I again open the bracket, what will I get? X square plus 5x is equal to minus 3 minus into minus plus x. Right? So what is? Again I am going to bring the like terms together. So what I am going to get? X square plus 5x minus x, and minus 3 if I bring this it becomes plus 3, and here there is nothing, so equal to 0. And therefore what I am going to get now? X square plus 5x minus x, if I am going to add, what do I am going to get? Plus 4x I am going to get, plus 3 equal to 0. Again I am going to get the standard form of the equation. So I compare with the standard form, right? And what do I get? I get the a, b, c value. A is equal to 1, b is equal to, what is b is equal to? 4, and c is equal to 3. So I get the standard form, I get the ABC value once again. So this is how you are going to solve the rest of the questions, right? What is the fourth question now? I hope you are noting down everything. As I am solving, you also are supposed to solve and note down in your notebook, right? And I am going to check your notebooks. Whatever work we are doing, right, is recorded in my video. So I very well know what I have done, and I am going to check accordingly your notebooks as well. Is that clear to you? So the fourth question, let us solve. The fourth question is 3m square is equal to 2m square minus 9. Now again we are going to bring the like terms together. What the like terms are? 3m square minus 2m square, and minus 9 I am getting this side, so it becomes plus 9 equal to, nothing is on this side, right hand side equal to 0. Now 3m square minus 2m square will be just m square plus 9 is equal to 0. So is it a standard form? What is our standard form? Ax square plus bx plus equal to 0. So here we have, instead of x square, m square. So instead of bx, what I should have? I should have m at least, right? So since m is not there, I can write m square plus 0m plus 9 is equal to 0. So I will again get the standard form as ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So again this is the standard form of the equation I have got, and again I am going to write down now by comparing with the standard form. What is the ABC value? A is equal to 1, right? Then B is equal to 0, and C is equal to 9. So I got ABC values also. Is that clear to you? So the fourth question have we done, and the fifth question let us solve. Question number 5. Question number 5, we just again have to just open the bracket. B in bracket 3 plus 6p bracket equal to minus 5. If I open the bracket, what am I going to get? 3p plus 6p into p will be 6p square, that is equal to 5. If I arrange them, rearrange them, 6p square, 6p square plus 3p, write it again properly,
minus 5
6p square
minus
plus 3p minus 5. Sorry, this is minus 5 actually here in the sum itself. So I will have to, right? This is minus 5. So this should be minus 5 only. Correct. Very good. And that's going to be 6p square plus 3p, rearranging in the standard form. Minus 5 take this side, so it becomes what? Plus 5 equal to 0. So this is a standard form again we are getting. So again we compare with the, right? So I will write it here again. Right? What is the standard form we are going to compare with? Always with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. If I compare, what is in place of a I am going to get? A I am going to get equal to 6. B I am going to get equal to 3. And C I am going to get equal to 5. So again we are going to get ABC value, the standard form, both the things. Right? Fifth question, and then now last question, sixth question. What is the sixth question here? Sixth question is given as x square minus 9 x square minus 9 is equal to 13. So again the like terms I bring them together, right, so that I can add them. So minus 9 over here as it is, but 13 comes here, becomes minus 13 equal to 0. So x square minus 9 minus 13 will be added, and how much I will get is 22, that is equal to 0. Is that clear to you? So this is again the standard form. Yes, it's the standard form. So we are just going to write in the what if you want to write, you can write it in more standard form like this, and then compare with ax square plus, and what is the a value you will get? 1, b equal to 0, and c equal to minus 22. Am I right? A is equal to 1. B is equal to 0, C is equal to minus 22. Always the values have to be taken with the sign. So do not forget the minus sign. Just 22 will be wrong answer. Minus equal to minus 22, sir. So this is how we have completed with the third question. Now I continue with the question number 4. I hope you are getting along with me properly. If any difficulty, you can send me the message, right? And we can again have, right, your problem solving session regarding this sums. If any difficulty you are having, we can again redo those difficulty solving session, and that I can redo the sums. Okay, so now I can just go for the question number 4, isn't it? Now question number 4, here they have given a particular term, right? What is that question? Let us read. Determine whether the values given against each of the quadratic equation, they are the roots of the equation. Now first of all we need to understand what you mean by roots of the equation, right? For that we will solve the first question of this this question, and I will explain you as I am solving what do you mean by roots of the equation, right? So to understand, or you can just write down the subtopic name, that is roots of the equation. Over here we are going to understand, right? So what do you mean by roots of the equation? Another name for the roots of the equation will be, right, another name for the term for the roots of the equation will be solution of the equation. So I can write down instead of roots or solutions, a solution of the equation. Okay, now why do we call it as solution, or why do we call it as roots, right? When do we call the particular, what do you mean by roots of the equation? Let us understand with the help of first example, that is x square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0, right? And they have given Determine whether these values x is equal to 1, x is equal to minus 1, these two values, they are the roots of the equation and the solutions of the equation. You have to determine. What do you mean by determine? That means whatever value of x is given here, if I put the value of this value of x equal to 1 in the equation wherever x is there, if I get the value equal to 0, that means the left hand side will become equal to right hand side. That means that value satisfies the equation. And if it satisfies the equation, then we call that value as the root of the equation or solution of the equation. Okay, so shall we check whether this particular x is equal to 1, which is given, right, is going to be satisfying the equation or no. So what we do is, we put x is equal to 1, right, in the equation. Put x equal to 1 in the equation. X square plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. So if I put x equal to 1, my left hand side becomes, what is x equal to 1? So wherever x is there, so x square becomes 1 square plus 4, x is equal to 1, so 4 into 1 bracket 1 minus 5. So if I 1 square, what is 1 square? 1 plus 4 ones are 4 minus 5. So what is it? 4 plus 1 is 5 minus 5 will be what? 0. That means this left hand side is equal to 0 and right hand side is already given 0. That means this value of x is equal to 1 has satisfied the equation. So what do we call this value as? We call it as root or the solution of the equation. So do you understand what you mean by root or the solution of the equation? Right? So x is, therefore what do I say? Left hand side is equal to right hand side, and therefore what do I say? Therefore x is equal to 1 is the root, or what is another word? Root or solution of the given equation of x square. What is that given equation? X square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. Similarly, what was the second value given? X equal to minus 1. Let us check in the same manner for x is equal to minus 1. If I put x equal to minus 1 in the same equation, again will it satisfy the equation? Again will it give me left hand side equal to right hand side? If it gives, what do I say? Again that is also the, this x is equal to minus 1 is also the root of the equation or solution of the equation. But if it does not give, then we say it is not the root or it's not the solution of the equation. Right? So let us solve it for x is equal to minus 1. Right? So now we put x is equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 1 in x square plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. So when we put x equal to minus 1 in this equation, our left hand side becomes minus 1. In the left hand side we have x square. So x is minus 1. So minus 1 square plus 4 bracket minus 1 minus 5 equal to 0. Open the bracket. It becomes 1. 4 ones are 4 plus into minus minus 4 minus 5. Sorry, equal to 0 I have written. Sorry, this is just left hand side we are solving. That is equal to 1 minus 4 is how much? Minus 3 minus 5. So that is equal to, that will be equal to what? Minus 8. So left hand side is not giving you as what? Left hand side is equal to minus 8, which is not equal to right hand side, right? And therefore it does not satisfy the equation. So what do we say? X equal to minus 1 does not satisfy the equation. We say x equal to minus 1 does not satisfy the equation x square plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0, and therefore x equal to minus 1 is not the root of the equation of x square plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. Is that clear? So x is equal is not the root of the equation. We have got this. Is that clear? So this is the way you are going to solve the second question, that is the fourth question. This is the first one we have done. In the fourth question, second one, in a similar manner you are going to solve it. Is that clear? So shall we do the second one also? You can pause the video and try the second question. Meantime, I will solve and keep the solution so that you can check and compare with it. Right? Check your answers. Right? Second question I will also solve now. I hope you have noted down all this. Shall I rub it? Yeah, the question number 4, second one. The second one is 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0, and the values of the variable m here is given as 2 comma 5 upon 2. The two values which we have to check for the roots of this equation is m is equal to 2 and m is equal to 5 upon 2. So let us start with putting m is equal to 2 in the equation. What do we get? Put m is equal to 2, m 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0. Right, so what we get, left hand side is equal to, what's the left hand side? 2m square minus 5m, that means m is equal to 2, then it will be 2 into 2 square. M square will become 2 square, minus 5m will become 5 into bracket 2, okay. So what I am going to get, 2 into 2 square is 4, so 4 2s are 8, 5 2s are 10, so 8 minus 10. So what is 8 minus 10? Minus 2. Now left hand side is equal to minus 2, but right hand side is equal to what? 0. So it is not equal to right hand side. So left hand side is not equal to right hand side, and therefore what we say, m is equal to 2 does not satisfy the equation 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0, and therefore m is equal to 2 is not the root of the equation. Is not the root of the equation. Not the root. Is that clear? So now next we talk about m is equal to 5 upon 2. Let us check for m is equal to 5 upon 2. Does it satisfy? Right? Put m is equal to 5 upon 2 in 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0. So what is my left hand side going to become? M square will become 5 upon 2 square, that is 2 bracket 5 upon 2 bracket square, minus 5m will become 5 into m is 5 upon 2. So opening the bracket, it will become 2 into 5 square is 25, 2 square is 4, minus 5 into 5, 5 5s are 25 upon 2. So what is going to be the left hand side? Yes, 2 2s are 4. So it will become 25 upon 2, and this is minus 25 upon 2. 25 upon 2 minus 25 upon 2 will be what? 0. So left hand side is equal to 0, which is equal to right hand side. So again we say left hand side is going to be equal to right hand side over here. And what is the next condition I have supposed to write here? That, right, m is equal to 5 upon 2 satisfies the equation. Right, what we are going to write down, m is equal to 5 upon 2 satisfy the equation. M2m square minus 5m is equal to 0, and therefore m is equal to 5 upon 2 is the, what is the word we write? Root or solution of the equation. M square minus 5m is equal to 0. Is that clear? So that finishes the fourth question also. Is that clear with the root, or what do you mean by root and what do you mean by the solution of the equation? any value of the variable in that equation that satisfies that equation is the root of the equation or is the solution of the equation. Is that clear? So what do you mean by root and solution of the equation? Question number 5. Let us see the next question number 5. Is that clear to you? So till here it's clear. Shall I rub it out? Question number 5. Question number 5 says find k, right? If x is equal to 3, this is the root of the equation kx square. So what do I say? What is given here? X is equal to 3 is the root of equation kx square minus 10x plus 3 equal to 0. Now just now we have learned when do you call the value of the variable as the root of the equation? When it satisfies the equation. So x is equal to 3 is the root of the equation. That means x is equal to 3 satisfy kx square minus 10x plus 3 equal to 0. And what do you mean by satisfy? That left hand side is going to be equal to right hand side. So whatever value of x is there, I'm just going to substitute here, right? So what is the value given here? Satisfy. So I said put x is equal to 3 in kx square minus 10x plus 3 equal to 0. So what do I get? If I put x equal to 3 here, k will remain as it is, small k. And what is it going to be? X square. That means 3 square. Minus 10x will be 10 bracket 3 plus 3 as it is equal to 0. Now if I open the bracket, what do I get? K, 3 square will be 9k minus 10 3s are 30 plus 3 equal to 0. What I want to find is the value of k here. So what do I get? I'm going to get an equation form. K into 9 will be 9k minus 30 plus 3 will be how much? 30 minus 3. What is 30 minus 3? 27 minus 27 equal to 0. So I'm going to get 9k. I hope you're able to see this last step. 9k is equal to 27. If I get 9k, 27 minus 27 I have taken on the other side becomes plus 27. So 9k is equal to 27 is the equation I'm going to get. Divide by 9 on both the sides. What do I get? If I divide by 9 on both the sides, what do I get? 9k upon 9, that is equal to 27 upon 9. And 9 gets cancelled. K remains. 9 ones are 9, 9 threes are 27. So what is the value I'm going to get? K is equal to 3. So I have found the value of k, right? I found the value of k. K is equal to 3. Now question number 6 is you have to fill up the boxes over there. It's a similar type of question, but they have solved it for you with a few boxes, blank boxes there. So you have to complete the steps by filling up those boxes, right? So shall I write down that particular steps with the boxes and then fill up those boxes also for you, right? So what is the question? Let us solve this question number 6 now. Question number 6. Question number 6 says one of the roots of the equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equal to 0 is minus 7 upon 5. What is this minus 7 upon 5? The root of the equation, right? So I should have written the root of this equation actually. What should I write? Root of, right, 5m square plus 2m plus k equal to 0 is minus 7 upon 5. That means when do we see it is a root? And it satisfies. So once again what we are going to do? Put variable m equal to minus 7 upon 5 in the given equation. Right? So we have already, again we have to find what? Similar type of question. The previous one we have done, we have found the value of k by putting the value of the variable. Same way over here. By putting the value of the variable m equal to minus 7 upon 5. Right? I'm going to get an equation to solve for the value of the k. Is that clear? So what are the steps? They have already written the steps for you in the textbook with a few blank boxes. The same steps I'm going to write with the blank box. Okay. So what are you going to do is, first step they have given solution, they have said solution, and they have given what? Box is a root. So I have already written actually over here. Dash is a root of the equation. What is the root of the equation? Already I have written the right above step, plus 2m plus k is equal to 0. What is the root I have written? Root of this is minus. So I can fill up the same thing. Minus 7.5 is the root of this equation. Right? Now therefore, they have written put m is equal to box. What is your m value here? Minus 7 upon 5. So your minus 7 upon 5 you will write in the equation. This is the step they have given. And the box you have to fill up. What is the m value we have to fill up in the box? Already given. This is the root, means the variable of the this equation is m. So what is the value of m which is satisfying the equation? Minus 7 upon 5. So put m is equal to minus 7.5 in the equation is given. Next step they have given 5 multiplied by box square. What will come in this? 5m square. When I put m is equal to minus 7 upon 5, what I will get? 5 multiplied by m square means 5 multiplied by m value, minus 7 upon 5 square. Right? Minus 7 upon 5, I have to put a bracket square. So in the box what will I get? Minus 7 upon 5 bracket. Square is already given. Plus 2 multiplied by, what is 2 multiplied by m? So what is this m? Again a box is given. So in the box what will I write down? Minus 7 upon 5. I will write down 2 multiplied by that. Plus what is the remaining one? Last term plus k is equal to 0 is given. Now opening the bracket, what will I get? We have put again a box plus box. That means by opening the bracket, what is the solution I will get? 5, 1, 5 gets cancelled. So 1, 5 remains. So it will be 7 square will be what? Minus square will be minus into minus plus. 7 square will be 49. So plus 49 upon 5. Because 1, 5 square, 5 into 5. 1, 5 is getting cancelled. So only 1, 5 remains. Now here it will be minus 7 into 2. Minus 7 into 2 is 7 2s are 14. Minus 7 into 2 is 7 2s are 14 upon 5 plus k is equal to 0. Then if I add these two fractions, what do I get? Can I add them? Yes, because denominator 5, denominator 5. When denominator are same, we can add the numerators. So 49, I think we are not visible the last step, so I'll write the step above. So my 49 minus 14, common denominator 5. 49 numerator minus 14 another numerator, common denominator 5 plus k is equal to 0. What is 49 minus 14? Subtraction. Yes, you should tell me here. You should be calculating very quickly. 9 minus 4 is 5. 4 minus 1 is 3. 35 upon 5. Plus k is equal to 0. So can I do the cancellation? Yes. 5 ones are 5, 7 5s are 35. 5 ones are 5, 7 5s are 35. So it will be 7 plus k is equal to 0. It's a small k. See that you are writing small letter k, and k is remains here. I will take 7 on the other side of the equal to sign, becomes minus 7. So what is the k value finally we get? K is equal to minus 7. So minus 7 is given a box. That means we are filling up k is equal to, in the box, minus 7. Is that clear? So that finishes with your practice set 2.1. Right? Any difficulty you have, you just send me the message. Right? And we will come back with a solution in the video. Okay? I hope you have noted down everything. Anything left down, you are not able to note down, you can again see the video and pause, take down, and complete your practice. We will next we will continue with the next exercise in the next video. Thank you so much for today. Goodbye.